Dubious ones, welcome back to the channel for some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Today we are going over the most powerful 3-point characters in all of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because if you're playing DP battles, whether it's online or offline, if you're playing any DP battles, ranked or player matches, you have a 15-point max scoring system. If you want to have a Beerus, a Whis, an Ultra Instinct Goku, a full power Jiren, a Hit, a Gogeta, a Brawly, any of your favorite characters, if you want on your team, you're gonna need to know this list here, because you're gonna have to incorporate some of these beautiful 3-point characters onto your team. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, first of all, there is one extra character. There are 6 total characters in the entire 3-point category that we're going to be going over here for you. But to start out, this is a pretty good culmination. As you see, we've got 3 members of the Ginyu Force. We've got Zarbon, and we've got Raditz here. And I'm going to show you why they are the strongest out of all the 3-point characters that you may be thinking of, like maybe a Nappa or someone else. We're going to have to see who that last hidden surprise character is going to be. Stay tuned to the end of the video for that. But first of all, we have our boy, and if you watched my video on the strongest 2-point characters in the game, you know what we're going to go over here, so I don't need to save it for you. I will show you right here. So when we go over our skill bar counter, and we'll switch that to none, you're going to know that this little skill counter here is your most important bar in all of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It is literally your life and death in this game. It's going to help you transform. It's going to let you do your super perceptions. It's going to do your revenge counters. Everything's going to be eating up this bar here. But one very special thing that certain characters have, like the entire Ginyu Force, is they have something like a fighting pose too. So what does that do? Well, let's show you right away. Boom. Instantly into sparking. Instantly into sparking. Now, why does this matter? You can just use one ability instead of using 4 to go into, or 3 instead to go into sparking. Why would you ever want to use 3 whole skill points on that when you can use them for so many other things like revenge counters, super perceptions, and all that? Well, I'll tell you what. If you're playing this game and you're against any player who's worth their merit, they're not going to give you time to go into sparking. You're not just going to be able to go and charge. You're going to have to do your best to knock them back and then charge if you can, quickly try and get there. But then they're going to be Z-dashing after you and they're going to be coming at you. And it's not going to be a good time. You're going to have a much, much harder time as you start playing this game online against other players to getting into sparking. Trust me. And the fact that you're going to have these abilities at your disposal on some of these characters, you're going to be able to instantly go into sparking and instantly get off a beautiful ultimate. So, first of all, we are covering these characters as well. For those new to the game, Burter has an after image, which is more a defensive ability. Then he has this fighting pose too, that'll put him into sparking. He also has a full energy ball, space mock attack. But let's first look at the ultimate and see the damage it does. All damage testing I do will always be against this Vegeta for the sake of consistency in numbers. Every character has different HP and defense values, but for the sake of my videos, I will always do it to this Vegeta here and never change, so that my numbers are always consistent, so you know who does the most with their ultimates. So that was his ultimate right there. Now we're going to show you his super attacks. So we've got full power energy ball, unboosted, 7107. Now let's go with the boost. Can I just not get to him? So with the boost, let's get that. Full power energy ball with the boost is going to be... boom, 7817. And then for the space mock attack, at base, we're doing with no boost, Burter is doing 8,800 damage, and Vegeta just survived. And then if we go Space Mach attack, remember it doesn't matter if it kills him, they'll still show you the full damage number. So Space Mach attack with the boost. Here we go with the boost. You get to see here the full damage numbers, even though a single hit would have killed him, you still get to see the whole combo come out. So there, with 9690 with the boost. So that is a Burter. Now let's go over to Recoom. My boy Recoom has so much health, so Recoom is definitely probably going to be my #1 pick out of this list. Spoiler alert, just because of those massive health bars. But let's go through his attacks. So he's got the Eraser Gun. So 6730 without boosting. Then, we'll go with boosting. Boosting it up. 7405. And Recoom Grenade Bomber. No boost. That didn't even seem like that hit him. Let's try that again without hopefully hitting all that. Everything else. 2952, so that attack seems to suck. And boosted. 2705, so yeah, that attack kind of sucks. And now let's go with his ultimate. So, Strike, Fighting Pose 1. He's not getting any extra bonuses, so here we go, Recoom. His Fighting Bomber. 17k damage. Beautiful stuff. And False Courage.
I'm very upset by this.
That gives you, looks like a little 2 more to defense. So you're getting a bonus to defense with this False Courage. That'll take 1 skill point. The SP Fighting Pose 1 will take up 3. So again, all the things that are going to put you into Sparking, they generally take 3 or more skill points to do it. I've never seen it less than 3 skill points. But it is incredibly useful in your online matches. I'm telling you that right now. Now, next character on the list. Well, let's go check out Jeice. We gotta finish the Ginyu Force, right? So we're gonna start out. He's got an Explosive Wave himself for 2 damage points. Or for, sorry, 2 ability points. So that's just more of a get off me kind of move. It's less of a... It's more when you're being attacked if you want to use the 2 skill points on that. And then he's got his Fighting Pose 3 that'll put him into Sparking, but let's see how much the full power Energy Wave will do. Unboosted. 7105. 7105 unboosted. Oh, we gotta switch back. And boosted. Let's see how much of a... Can it hit him from back here? Boost it. 7815 and it's got good range to it, so that's a good last attack. Let's see how much the Crusher Ball does. Crusher Ball, unboosted. 7107. Now, will it find him behind all that stuff? Let's see. Boost it up. It did not. So, just be aware of that. It's not going to save you everywhere. But let's see how much damage it does boosted. Really? So objects really do get in your way. So be aware of that. Environment hazards are a real thing. 7817. And finally, oh, we don't need to charge for this because we're going for the Fighting Pose 3. And we're in our Sparking. And now our Purple Comet attack. The ultimate is going to do... Again, remember, you always want to combo into your ultimates if you can. And they will do more damage because you're going to get all the damage numbers from your attacks that you did prior to the ultimate added onto it. But 14,963, not bad at all. And now let's see. We're looking now at Zarbon.
Time for a switch.
Alright, so he has, his is called Full Power. Again, costing 3, but let's see what Wild Sense does. I'm not sure what that did. Does that put our... I'm not sure what Wild Sense does. We've got Shooting Star Arrow. And that is going to do 3,700 damage. Not very good. Remember, him dying to it does not change the damage values. You still see the full damage values regardless.
Alright, now it's my turn.
And boosted. See, it's probably got a little bit of range to it, right? 2742, so it's kind of a multi-blast attack. Not the greatest. And then we've got Bloody Dance. Bloody Dance is going to do...
Right here.
7482, that's great damage. And now let's boost it. Boosted, it's going to do...
Let's dance. This one's right here.
I don't think you can boost that one. Let's see the range on it, though.
Let's dance.
Oh, no, you can boost it.
This one's right here.
So there you go. Boosted, it does 8230. Alright, and now, finally, we have Full Power, which is going to cost us 3 ability points.
Are you begging to be
Boom.
trained?
Sparking, and Elegant Blaster.
Right now.
That's going to hit for a massive 14,963 damage. Remember, him going down to it does not affect, doesn't lower the damage values. You still hit the full amount. And I'm going to also show you something here.
Switch.
He can go full power in this form. But if you transform to Super Zarbon, he can no longer do that. This is why Zarbon, to me, is the stronger pick than Super Zarbon in the 3-point category. Because he has high tension, which is cool, it boosts his abilities, but it does not put him into sparking. Again, that is why these characters are so strong. So both the False Courage High Tension, neither of those will put him into sparking, which is why he's not on this list. And he's also really slow to move around in this form. But this is why Super Zarbon didn't make the list. Now, finally on these 5, we have Raditz, my boy Raditz, the Forgotten Saiyan, getting less love than his fellow family members, let's say. But he's got Saiyan Spirit, which all Saiyans do. But I'm going to actually retry because I don't want him getting boosted on any of his attacks. That will give you a boost, so it will affect damage numbers. So we're going to show without that at all. So your damage numbers for his super, or for his energy crash, that is going to be unboosted, 7107. And it looks like it would have some good range to it. Let's get in the air maybe. And then throw boosted energy crash out there. 7817. Alright. And then we've got a Sonic Assault. Unboosted. Boom. 8855. That's a good attack. And now let's go boosted. Boosted, he's got 9690. Very, very good. Awesome. Alright, and now what we all came to see, the beautiful, and just to show you guys as well for these, when we're not maxing out the gauge at all times, I'll show you that it is going to see we have 4 skill count, and this is going to drop us down to 1, but totally worth it to be able to have our sparking mode. As the sparking mode doesn't only just let you do your ultimate, but it also makes your combos last a lot longer and do more damage. And so his ultimate did 14,963 damage. So my boy Raditz, well represented in Sparking Zero. I'm very happy for that. But now we are going to show you the final 3-point character that we could not fit on the team and also didn't really fit into a team like this. So we'll replace the old Burter. And so we want to arrange in this point category. So it's actually Super Unyielding Spirit with Kid Gohan. Most of these characters are, it's a left or a right D-pad press when you're using the standard controls. But for Gohan here, it's actually the up. It's Super Unyielding Spirit, not the after image strike. So let's again turn up the skill count to max. We're not actually going to be switching anybody, so it's fine. But Super Unyielding Spirit, as you can see, boom. And for Gohan, look how boosted it boosts his Ki Blast, his attack, and something else there too. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to retry because I don't want our damage numbers being affected here. But we're going to show you his Masenko. So Masenko. That's pretty good. Now let's go for a boosted Masenko. Oh, you can't boost Masenko? Okay. And then we've got Energy Blast Brush. Oh, sorry, well we did the boosted first. I don't even think that hit well because of the where we are. Let's try that again. Unboosted. Yeah, there we go. 4984. Some debris got in the way when we did the boosted, so we'll try it again. Try the boosted again. Again, the depending on the map you're playing on, it's going to affect the damage of some of these attacks. Let's try the boosted again with nothing in the way. There we go. 61, 65 if you're able to not be obstructed by debris and the environment. Alright, so we've got that. Now let's go his regular ultimate. I'm going to show you both. I'll show you his ultimate attack if you just charge up like the normal way. Oh. When you charge him up the normal way, he automatically gets all those boosts. I didn't know that. So let's see what Masenko does then. Is that the same? 7105? Is that all it does here? Well, again, debris in the way. Yeah, I think that boosts his attacks. And he just gets that from going in. So is it going to do less than 7105? No, it does the same. Okay. So being in Sparking didn't affect that. Oh, so for Gohan, it's just like that. So it wasn't the Unyielding Spirit that gave him all the extra stuff. But as you can see, if you use the Super Unyielding Spirit, it just puts it right back, tops it right back up. So this is just how much his ultimate does. $19,000. So this is your sleeper pick. I would say out of the 6, the strongest, I'm going to go and say Gohan and probably Recoom. Recoom for his, as again, remember his, all those health bars, like 4.5 health bars. And then Gohan has all that bonus when he uses the, not After Image, but the Unyielding Spirit. Like all that extra damage, and his, like, that is the highest. This is the highest out of all of them ultimates. So all that boosted damage. So yeah, I would say these are your 2 strongest picks. If you were to pick out of the 2, any of them are fine because they can all go into the Sparking. So you know, just pick your favorite. But if I were to rate them in a tier, I would say Gohan maybe first because of the strength. But it also depends. Do you value a little bit more defense and health bars, right? But yeah, so for me, it's Recoom, and it's little Gohan there. Surprising, of all things. So that's pretty impressive. But I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope this helped you form some of your teams. But just to give you an idea, you put Gohan Kid, that's a 3-point character, and then say you also had Recoom, then that would give you room. That's 6 points. So you'd have room for a 9-point character in that regards then. So you could throw a full power Jiren.
The time is now.
Sorry, I wanted to look at his things. So he has what's called Strength is Absolute. Same thing. He can go into the Sparking, and Jiren is full power. Jiren is so crazy strong. Regular Jiren does not have a way to go into Sparking like that, but full power Jiren does. So you can have. Let's fix the team. But honestly, this is a really strong 3-person team. Very, very strong 3-person team if you wanted to go with Jiren. I was messing around earlier. I had Bergamo, a 5-point character who can also do this with full power Jiren, but then I was forced to have Hercule, which was just a joke character that can't really do much, as the third. So to me, this is probably a better 3-person team for me. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What teams are you going to utilize this strategy for? What teams are you going to compile? Because again, you don't need a 9-point full power Jiren. I'm just showing you an example of what I will likely be using coming down the line in my DP battles. But regardless, dubious ones, I really hope you found this video helpful. And as always, I appreciate your support on the channel. Leave me your feedback down below because I want to hear from you guys. And until the next time, I will catch you all later. Dubious ones, except for this one. Deuces.